Hello, welcome to our first edition of Off the Hook. I'm your host, Jacob Semkin.
And I'm your co-host, Jaden Reynolds. Our first episode today is about Halloween.
And as you can tell, I'm Post Malone.
And I am the father.
I'm trying to atone for my sins, but I don't think I'm doing that well.
Oh, you sinned a lot. You know, you're really going to be like, in the gutter in eventually about 5 years.
I think I'm there now. Kind of smell like it.
Yeah, stench is killing me. Oh my goodness.
This month is a very important month for all of us. It's a time that kids get to dress up as their favorite pop culture icons, eat their favorite candy, and watch their favorite scary movies.
That's right, Jacob. This holiday is not just about trick-or-treating, it's also about the horror. There's a lot of good haunted houses to check out in the Long Island area, such as Gateway's Haunted Playhouse in Bellport.
I'm sure a holy man like you doesn't step foot in a haunted house.
Oh, yes I do. I get rid of all those demons. But Halloween isn't about demon hunting for me, it's about candy. You know what candy I like, man? Kit Kats. Like Kit Kats, man?
Love a good Kit Kat.
I love Kit Kats. There's Kit Kat right here. Let me get this right here. Only the best of all bars. Oh, God. You want a Kit Kat, man?
I'm all right.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. Weak. Ugh.
Well, that haunted house definitely sounds cool, and it's something I think I'd like to check out. It's also a time of year where we get to see a lot of amazing looking Halloween costumes. Whether you make them or buy them, they're nice to wear out on a Halloween night.
So for more information about this topic, we now go to Tony Scaleria on your latest costumes.
Thanks, guys. Tonight is a special night where we all embrace ourselves in what we wear. Here we will be going over the most popular costumes for this year, and you won't believe what's at number 1. Now, coming at number 5, we got the one and only Elastigirl. The internet went absolutely crazy over this after the release of Incredibles 2. You got the classic Incredibles logo, along with the slim red look, and don't forget to hide your identity covered up with that mask, because it's time to fight some crime. Now, speaking of covering up yourself with a mask, here's a creepy costume that will scare the living daylights out of you. At number 4, we have Michael Myers. Just take a look into this emotionless face. Don't tell me you don't get scared. Michael Myers has been around in entertainment since 1978. The release of the original Halloween movie got Michael Myers trending, and a brand new release of the movie had came out this month, bringing back the Michael Myers trend. We're off with the spooks once again, but we do have another costume that is much scarier than Mike Myers. I bring to you number 3, the Grim Reaper costume. For thousands of years, various cultures have come up with figures to represent death itself. Now, one of the most common and enduring of these is what is known to be as the Grim Reaper himself. He hides his face, he covers himself in a hooded robe, waiting to reap unto another human soul that enters his territory. It's the last thing you want to run into. Now, speaking of the Grim Reaper, this happens to be his appearance on the inside of that robe. Coming to you at number 2, we got the skeleton costume. What makes this costume so popular is how realistic it looks. No, it's not an actual X-ray, but it sure does look like one. The costume also comes with an exclusive LED lights that are built into it, so it'll give off like a blue radio glare in the dark. But that won't top off what is at number 1. So at number 1, we have the one costume that I swear has always gave me a heart attack for the first time I saw it. Yes, I'm talking about the inflatable dinosaur. People go crazy running around in these. I mean, in fact, it's becoming a tradition to prank others and run into stores with these costumes on. It has become an internet trend since the beginning of this year. Who wouldn't scream at a dinosaur heading straight after you? Now back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Tony. And I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say that I'm glad it's not a Fortnite costume at number 1.
Oh, thank God. I hate Fortnite. I hate everything that is, smells, touches, and sees like Fortnite. I hate it. Oh, my God.
Well, at least those dinosaur costumes aren't as realistic as the dinosaurs that we saw in Jurassic World this year.
Oh, yeah. Great costume, but bad movie. I know, man. It's just horrible. But speaking about bad movies, let's go into Jocelyn Cruz with the top Halloween movies.
Thank you, Jada. I'm so excited to be a part of today's special episode since it's the very first show, and I'm also excited to be talking about the top 5 horror films, but I'm actually going to give it a little bit of a twist. First on the list, we have Insidious, which came out in 2012. Here's a little quick fact about Insidious. The film was actually shot in just 3 weeks. They were originally going to call the movie The Further, so that would have been weird. The next movie we have on the list is The Conjuring at number 2, which came out in 2013. For those who don't know, the doll Annabelle was shown in this film, but I'm not going to tell you where since I don't like to give out spoilers. And did you know 8 generations of family lived through the same house? So that means they went through all the same experiences, which is pretty scary. Now on to the third movie, which is Sinister, which was pretty scary, but I'm not much of a big fan, so I didn't gather facts on that movie. So let's go on to number 4 with Lights Out. Lights Out was pretty scary. I could relate because when I was younger, I definitely used to run as soon as that light turned off. But here's a weird and scary fact. After the production, supposedly the basement where they filmed caught on fire. So that was very scary. So the last one at number 5, which is Paranormal Activity, the marked ones, was actually the first film to come out with the Paramount logo out of all the films in the series. So yeah, there are your top 5 movies of this year. Yeah, sure. Bye.
Thanks, Jocelyn, for sharing some of your favorite Halloween films with us, and it looks like I'll have some new films to binge on Netflix this Halloween.
I don't know what type of film she's watching. Those are all horrible, garbage, trash, disgusting, man. You need real movies like The Nun or like Mamma Mia or Emoji Movie. That's the real horror right there.
You know, those are pretty terrifying, but not as terrifying as the Gateway Playhouse in Belport.
Oh, don't talk to me about, no. I hate that place, never again.
Well, you're gonna hate this segment then, because we've got an exclusive look at the Gateway Playhouse in Belport.
And Jill came tumbling after. Ring around the rosy. Ashes, beyond all
You're pretty shaken from that, aren't you?
Shut up.
Well, that'll wrap up things for us here on the first edition of Off the Hook today. Be sure to keep an eye on social media for us. We have a lot coming up in our first season. And For Jaden Reynolds, I'm Jacob Semkin. Thanks so much for watching.
And I'm Jaden Reynolds. I'll see you next time on Off the